Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this lecture, we will see what is the costing of payment. In all the previous lectures, we have been seeing how we calculate the costing for each of the employee, right, at different levels. So how the costing is calculated. But now we are moving to another important concept called costing of payment, where we define that whatever amount we have to pay to the employee, we need to make a final entry to adjust the cash account, because everything what we were doing till now was going into a liability account, right? I will show you what, because whenever we define an element, costing for the element in the offset account, we were just mentioning the liability account, right? It was not actual cash account from where the employees has to be paid for their salaries or whatever their incomes. So it was just a liability account that was being offset for each of the element entries. You will see this is the cost. Is it our employee? Yes. Let me go back if it, to confirm. Let me see the percent results to show you 91843. Calculate quick pay. So we will see the cost. I will show you the costing results. There you go. Everything was going in the offset to the payroll clearing account, right? Every element entry costing was at a balance with an payroll liability account. 3000, 3000. Loan amount was offset to 3000. Similarly, test distribution set was offset to 3000. This is payroll clear account. But this is not the actual account from where the company will pay to the employees. So now we need to make an final entry to adjust this amount into the cash account from where the company will pay. So where do we do that? We have to go to the costing of payment sources, right? So what we will do, we can go with either the same way setup and maintenance. Okay, you will write costing of payment sources. Exactly, costing of payment sources. Okay, so we will go to the costing of payment sources and we will search the organization payment method we have attached to the employees. If we have more than one organization payment attached to the different employees, we have to do the costing of payment for all these organization payment methods. So let us see what is the organization payment method attached to the employee we are using for our course. So we will go to personal payment methods. So this organization payment method is this one, RSNS direct deposit payment method. Okay, so let us find this one. This payment method, payment type is X. So we will find this payment method, organization payment method. The payment source name is Rockstar North Studios Direct Deposit. I have already done the costing for this one, but I will show you how we do the costing. So we will do edit, correct, because this is the screen you will get when you will make the costing of payment for the payment method. Okay, so here you will just select the cost payments, cost clear up payments. This is very important concept. I will explain you in detail why we use cost clearing payment methods. Cost external payments, normally it's not used. If you have an external payments, you will just select this and transfer to GL. You will select here. You will select three very important accounts. Okay, liability account. First, let me come to the liability account. It's the same liability account that was being offset against each element you were using, and this the same element entry which was generated for the offset account. So this was the liability account. We will come here and we will select the liability account. So let us select Same way, you will select the company, business unit, department will be everything will to default, and we will select the account, clearing account here, right? So I've already done that. Okay. Then we have cash account and cash clearing account. Okay, so cash account is the actual account from where the bank will pay to the employees for their salaries or whatever payments company has to do. So this is the cash account you will select. Okay, so you don't need to know this because finance team will give you all these three accounts. So you just select the liability account. It will come from the chart of account value sets. They will give you the account number. So I've already added into the value set, and the bank account I have just made as a test for UK Investment Bank payroll and HC payment. This is the account number I just made as a test bank account for UK Investment Bank. Okay, so I just select this account. Finance team will give this account, and you will select it. Okay, so I will come to the cash clearing account later. Let me first explain you liability account and cash account, and let me uncheck this one also. So when we are checking uncheck cost clearing payment, uncheck, I'm telling we are not using cost clearing payment, and we are not using cash clearing account for right now. Okay, so what is the purpose of this one now? I will submit it now. Let us re-verify. Done. So our costing of payment setup is done. We have selected the cash account number, cash account number, and let me delete this one also. Correct. Okay. Okay. So now we have only entered cash account and only entered the payroll liability account, and we are not using clearing payment. Now, what is the difference between cash clearing account when we have to use and when we don't have to use? The difference is when we have to use cash management as in between as a reconciliation. Okay. So you don't need to decide this. Finance team will tell you that we are going to use cash management bank reconciliation or not. So if they will use bank reconciliation through cash management, they will tell you the account number, and they will tell you you have to do the bank reconciliation. In that case, we will select this one. But right now, we are doing without any cash management reconciliation and we are just using the cash account directly. When I will show you this one also, then you will understand what is the difference between both these entries. We will cover everything in this lecture. So currently, what we are doing directly without reconciliation in the cash management. So what it will do, we will run our standard payroll processes still here. This is our standard, of course, you know this, that we run the calculate payroll, P2P payments, archive payroll results, mark EFT payments, generate payslips. Then we have to run costing of payments. So let us reach to this point. Let me run everything now. So what our costing is already there. Our payroll run is already there because I have just checked. Yeah, quick pay is already there. That means costing is already run. So now we'll go to my client group and we will run all other processes to reach to the costing of payment process. So we will run all these flows. Submit a flow. So we will run prepayments. We have to select our legislative data group. Okay. So now we have to run prepayments, calculate prepayments. As soon as possible, required parameters will select our payroll. Process start date is 1st of Jan. Process end date is 31st of Jan. So I will run it now. So it will create a prepayment entry for the next payment. So this net pay amount is 14,000 coming from all the earning and deducting the deductions from it. So we have to, employee is liable to pay 15,177 pound in this month. So now we are running the quick pay prepayments. Let it run. I'm doing only for one employee so that it doesn't take too much time and for our understanding purpose. Normally, when you will run the quick prepayments, it will run for all the employees for whole payroll, right? So currently we have only one in this month for our testing purpose. So prepayment is done and click calculate prepayment is done. Yeah. So we'll just see. You can see that prepayment is generated and the payment status is unpaid and amount we have to pay is 14,1517 and everything it is taking from the personal payment method, the account number, the bank. Yeah. So bank account number, everything it is taken from the personal payment method. Okay. So since this is part of the payroll, it's not part of our course. So we'll just try to reach to the transfer of the costing of payment method. So let me now run the next flow. So now we will run archive periodic payroll results. You are noticing we are running this for the whole period. So all the employees whose payroll run is run, they will be part of this process. So currently we will have only one. So we are running only for one employee to save our time and for our understanding. Yeah. So okay. Let's hope everything goes successfully. Archive process takes a little bit of time. Okay, so it's completed. We will just come and verify here. Yeah, archive payroll period results is done. So let us run our next process, that is standard process of make EFT payments. Since because we are not using check, if you have other payments or check payments also, you have to do check payments as well. So currently we are using bank transfer. So we are just doing EFT payment. Required parameters: the process start date 1st of Jan, process end date 31, consolidation group, we will select our consolidation group. Organization payment method, we are using RSNS direct deposit payment and the processing date is 31st of Jan. These things change according to different legislation. UK will be different, US will be different, India will be different if it is applicable. So I'll just run now. When we run the mark EFT payments, the the calculate prepayments I showed you, it was unpaid, but now when this will be run successfully, I will show you. Okay, done. So let us see our EFT payment is done. Yeah, total amount this one 14,015, and now EFT payment is done. So you will see the status here is paid. Before it was unpaid, now EFT payment is done, so its status is paid. Okay. So now we are ready to run the calculate costing of payment. Okay. Setup we have already done here in the costing of payment source. Now we have to run the process called costing of payment. Okay. So we'll just come here and we'll run costing of payment. Calculate costing of payments. This is the process we have to run. So this flow will calculate the costing of payment. Costing of payment Jan 25 as soon as possible. Process end date we will select 31st Jan, and the consolidation group we will select our consolidation group and we'll just submit. So now the costing entry will be generated for this employee. Costing of payment. Currently we are doing the costing of payment without any reconciliation required by finance in the cash management. So it's done. Now we refresh and we will see the entry is generated exactly. Calculate costing of payment. The amount is same what we have to pay, 14,1517. Now here you will see the entries. The debit entry is the payroll liability account which was the liability on the organization to pay from. It was the liability, right? And here you will see the credit entry is directly the cash account. The cash account is the actual account of the company from where the employees are being paid, right? So this came as cash account and took the value from the liability account and balanced it with the cash account. So this is I made a sheet also. In when we are not using cash management reconciliation, we will come here, we will not select cost clearing payment and will not select cash clearing account also. In this case, just employee will system will take the amount debit from the liability account and credit directly into the cash account. There is no intermediate cash clearing account. But in some cases, you will see now. I hope it's clear. When we don't use cash management, this is the process till now. This is the process of costing of payment. That's it. Everything is done, and you will just transfer to subledger accounting, and it will move everything to finance. Your role will finish here as a payroll consultant. Nothing you have to do it more here. But when finance say you that we have to use cash management reconciliation, because reconciliation is another level which some organization want to do to be more precise with their payments. So in that case, the finance consultant will tell you that you have to this is the account used as a cash clearing account, and you have to send the payment to the bank cash management as well. So in this case, without cash management, we are done, nothing more here. But now we are moving with cash management. Okay, so here in this case we did costing of payment, debit payroll liability account, cash account, and when we'll run the transfer subledger accounting, it's a standard process, nothing required from here from our side. It will just transfer everything to the finance. Our job will be done. But everything is same here when we are doing cash management. But when we are doing costing of payment, you will notice it will debit to the payroll liability account like it was debiting payroll liability account, but it is crediting the cash clearing account, not the cash actual account. So cash clearing account is an intermediate account that is used by finance team to do the reconciliation. So now we will see how we have to use this process. So we will just correct it. We will select cost clearing payment amounts, and the account I already created. Everything will be default here. We just select the company in case we require, and finance team will give you the combination what they want. You have to just select that one here. So account, I already created an intermediate cash clearing account. It was, I think, 13,000. Let me confirm. Finance team will give you the full combination what they want. You just have to select here. happened? Why it is stuck? Okay, 13,000. Let me confirm. Why it got stuck? Everything is fine. Okay. So 13,000. Let me verify it's the same account I created as a test for clearing account. Yeah, it's a clearing account. You can see I gave a test name as a clearing account. So let me select this account as a clearing account. Okay. So what we did in this case, you will select cost clearing payment and we selected the account that finance team gave us. We will just select the full combination here. Nothing to worry. Everything is coming from chart of accounts set up by finance team. You just have to select here and you will just submit. So this is important checkbox when we're going with the cash management process. Let us cross verify everything is ready. Yeah, everything is ready. So now I will run the costing of payment again. Now you will see the difference. Remember before when we were not using the clearing payment method, it was going to payroll liability account and directly to the cash account. It was going from payroll balancing from payroll liability account to the cash account. Now what will happen? Now let me delete this, roll back this costing of payment and I will run it again. Okay, so now I will run the costing of payment again and we have changed the setup, right? Now you'll see the difference between these two. So I will write costing of payment Jan 25_1 because we already run it, so we will run it again. Submit. Now you will notice the entries generated. Okay, done. So let us review the entries generated now. You will not notice cash account now because we have added the intermediate account now. Exactly. See, now the debit is same liability account and now the credit, you will notice it's not the cash account. It's the cash clearing account, which we selected here, cash clearing account, and we entered here. So I hope it's clear now. So what is the difference between when we have to use cash management and when we are not using the cash management? Correct. So this is now everything is sent. Everything is ready to be sent to the cash management. There is another. This is the full cycle in this case. So now what we did, we are using the cash management reconciliation. We will do the costing of payment. It did the debit payroll liability account and credit the cash clearing account. Debit liability account and credit the cash clearing account, right? So then we have to run the transfer to subledger accounting. This will send the entries to the finance and everything will be done from our side. There is another process we have to run after that, which is once we transfer the entries to GL, we have to run transfer. Let me write cash management so that it gives me transfer payment information to cash management. Okay. So once you finish the transfer to subledger accounting costing of payment, this one you have to transfer payments information to cash management. Okay. So you will just run this process. Nothing required setup from our side. We will just run this process, and everything will be sent to the cash management. Okay. So then the jobs of finance team and finance consultants will start. So then you have to wait for the finance team to do the reconciliation in the cash management. Okay. So they might take 1 day, 2 day, and once they confirm you that reconciliation is done in the cash management, you have to do the same process. You have to run costing of payment and transfer to subledger accounting again. But in this case, what will happen when you will run the costing of payment, when reconciliation is done, system will automatically generate the entry debit cash clearing account and credit cash account. Okay, so you will notice here in this case the debit will be cash clearing account. So now we are moved on from the liability account. Without cash management, you remember it was directly from liability to cash account. But with cash management, we are going to liability and cash clearing account. After the reconciliation is done, we are coming to the costing of, we will run the costing of payment, same process again. It will balance the cash clearing account, which was the same account which was used by cash management for the bank reconciliation, and it will credit the cash account. The same cash account which was credited here, but directly from payroll liability account. But now since we used the cash management, there is another layer of cash clearing account in between. It was credited here and now debit here and credit cash account. And then we have to run the transfer to subledger accounting to send this entry to the payroll. So I hope now it is clear to you. It looks very complex in the start, but once you understand the concept, it's very easy. So let me summarize again shortly. Costing of without reconciliation, without cash management reconciliation, directly from payroll liability to cash account and transfer to subledger accounting. But in case of cash management, you will give the cash clearing account provided by finance. It will make debit from payroll liability account to cash clearing account. You have to run transfer to subledger accounting. Then you have to run this process. This is very important. Transfer payment information to cash management. It will send these entries to cash management. Then you wait for the finance team to do the reconciliation, run these two processes again, and everything is done. So costing of payment, everything will be done. Since we did it for only one employee here, it will do for all the employees. And if finance team finds any problem, they will tell you, and you will just come and verify the costings of element or payroll. Wherever you find, they will tell you. You will have to trace where is the issue and you have to fix it. So this is the process for the costing of payment. Thank you so much. We are almost done with our course. I will make a small video in the next lecture for transfer to subledger accounting. It's very standard process. Nothing we have to do. We just run this process. We have to select the ledger in our payroll, and everything will be transferred to the finance. And your job will be as a payroll consultant. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.